Hello, thank you so much for passing by. I really appreciate it. I just want to say that you are great, and don't let anyone else say the otherwise, okay? Without saying too much, guys, as usually, let's go.
Everyone in this room is inspired by you. Who are you inspired by?
Me too.
Well, Kanye West, obviously. That's what you said.
We need some volunteers to be colonists. Do we have any colonist volunteers here for Mars?
Actually, not many hands raised, by the way.
Do you think there is other intelligent life outside the Earth?
It seems probable, but I think this is one of the great questions in physics and philosophy, is where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us, I don't know. Some people think I'm an alien. Not true. Not true.
But maybe we are aliens.
Of course I'd say that,
maybe
wouldn't
we
I?
are aliens.
Are most likely to be bad rather than, like that's why we tax cigarettes and alcohol. Because those are probably bad for you. Certainly cigarettes are. And
I think Mars should really have great bars. The Mars bar. It's all right.
crazy car to have as a daily driver, particularly on the 405.
Well, first thing he's passing in mind is a bar. Of course, he's a man, so every man need his bar.
So,
Bar.
but I understand
like
when
this.
you got it,
Got some emotion
you're
watching
driving
Elon
down
Musk,
280, and you wrecked it,
No, well,
and let me just tell the
Yeah,
story, and then
okay,
you can correct
all
it,
right.
because the story's great, and I hope it's
yeah,
true.
let's see if the story that you tell is actually, how that compares to the
We'll see if
reality,
it's
because
an
the
urban
reality is
legend.
pretty
This is
messed
way-
up.
So, hopefully the reality's better. So you wreck the car, you get out of the car, you're doubling over with laughter, and the
Really?
person with you said, "Why are you laughing that you just wrecked this car?" And you said, "No, you don't know the funny part. It wasn't insured."
Well, the punchline's correct.
That's funny.
How do you plan a business where you know?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's funny for him because he's a billionaire, so it's just funny.
The rocket business, you know some of these things are going to blow up on the launch pad. How does the business plan work?
I don't really have a business plan.
Going back to Mars, what kind of government do you envision for the first Martian colony?
So we have to be
And
careful about-
what's your title?
Yeah, exactly. Emperor or God Emperor? I don't know. Might be too much. I don't know. If you watch my jokes here, not everyone gets irony. Must remember.
What would be your mediocre superpower? Now, this is absurd to ask you because Tony Stark is partially modeled after you.
Right.
So you actually are sort of have real. So we are going to ask you to
He doesn't technically
downgrade.
have a superpower, I guess, except like inventing technology or something.
Right. So we're sort of asking you to downgrade from that a bit. So an example of a mediocre superpower would be one of the best ones we've ever gotten is this guy who wished to temporarily detach his arm while spooning with a girl. Sometimes it's staying.
That's what he wants to do with a girl?
That's awesome.
But how? I mean, on a regular day for you, are you?
I'm pretty sure if he wanted to say a superpower, he was like, just to vanish, because I want to vanish from this interview like ASAP, that's for sure. He was like laughing hysterically.
You're not sleeping a lot, right?
Well, geez, do I look that bad?
Yeah. Actually met a woman I dated briefly in college who now works at Scientific American as a writer, and she related the anecdote that we went on a date. All I was talking about was electric cars. That was not a winning conversation.
So it was a bit of a monologue, was it?
Yeah, she said she said the first question I asked her was, "Do you ever think about electric cars?" She said, "No, she never does."
So you learn from that. That wasn't the best shout-out line.
wasn't great.
That's
But
great.
it has recently it's been more effective.
There you go. I know this man.
But when we talk, I remember when you first told me that you were thinking about tunnels.
Yeah, when
And
did I first tell you about that?
years ago.
Well, he's thinking about tunnels, but not what you're thinking. He's thinking like some other tunnels.
Okay, it's like a long time ago.
Yeah,
Like
I thought
people
you were
think-
joking.
Yeah, it was. I was joking, but
Young people globally who want to be like Elon Musk. What's your advice to them?
I think that probably they shouldn't want to be.
You?
I think it sounds better than it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as much fun being me as you'd think. I don't know.
You don't think so?
No. There's definitely, it could be worse for sure, but it's, I'm not sure I'm not sure I want to be me.
Okay.
But if,
Well, I think he's talking because of his marriages. I don't know what he's complaining about, but
Silicon Valley, accurate or not accurate?
the show,
Yeah.
it starts to get very accurate around episode 4. So it took a few episodes to kind of get grounded. The first few episodes struck me as Hollywood making fun of Hollywood's idea of Silicon Valley, which is like not on point. But then by about the 4th or 5th episode, season 1, it really starts to get good, and then by season 2, it's amazing. In fact, reality, the truth is stranger than fiction. All the crazy stuff you see in that show, Silicon Valley, the reality is way crazier than that.
Is there a parallel with how you build companies in that story?
I hope not.
Let's see
Yeah, that
what this
would
thing
be-
can do.
Yeah, watch this. That could be awkward with a rocket launch.
And we're funding the company for merchandise sales. So thank you for anyone who's bought our flamethrower. You will not be sorry, or maybe you will. It won't be boring.
Come with me where moonbirds hits the sky.
And he's a designer, so he's good at sort of the styling of the cars, but he thinks it's all about styling, and it's not. It's really, this is, the reason we don't have electric cars is not for lack of styling.
Right.
We were first talking about the concept.
Why didn't you
Tunnels
tell
feel
about
like a resolutely old school solution to a
I'm
problem.
sad that I invented tunnels.
Are you now like, fuck no, I am not starting another company? Or are you still thinking
Yes,
that?
that's how I feel. That is.
That picture at the end is a picture of one of the circuit boards inside the Roadster, right?
We try to confuse the aliens as much as possible.
Moonbeams meet the sky. And you and I will walk the by on by. Well, this is really winning.
Yep, that was it. And was some funny stuff, but I don't know why I put my mic so high. Sorry. Would you like a cup of tea, sir? Well, guys, I will not talk too much because you guys know I not like I'm an expert. I don't need just my opinion, and doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect your life or anyone else's. Okay. All I want to say is just spread kindness, guys. It's all that we need. Okay? It's not that hard. Just spread kindness. Till next one. Peace out.